What's up, everybody? This is the 8 to 5 trader here, giving you guys my trades for today. Today is July 9th, 2018, and you guys are about to find out whether or not I had a heck of a day or hell of a day. But today I ended up plus 195 realized, and I made some very stupid mistakes trying this new market open strategy that just completely did not work out. But I pulled myself together and ended up coming out ahead. So plus 195 realized, and after commissions I'm ended up plus 94.25 net P&L with $94 in commissions. So yeah, half of my profits went to commissions. But at market open I was looking at MU for a nice move to the downside. Oh, my mouse is acting up. I was looking for MU for a nice move to the downside. This is not MU, this is MU. So MU, it was forming this nice little moving average trend that I was looking for the market open. So I thought maybe I go short 100 shares at market open at 53.82. Price action squeezed up at 53.92, and I pretty much left MU alone after that because it wasn't working out, and I felt like I'm just gonna leave it alone. But I was looking for another move, but the move finally did happen right here at was at 9.35. It got that nice sell-off that I was looking for, but the price action was just being really bad. it just wasn't really good. So it squeezed up here. You guys can kind of see how it attempted. It kind of closed below that, but at market open it pushed down. Then when it came up right here, it came down again, and that's when I shorted. So the price action was very volatile in that first minute. So ultimately I left it alone. But you can see right here on the 5 minute I actually got in right at the non-moving average. So lost 10 bucks on that plus commission, so that was 18 bucks. Just didn't work out. IQ was the next trade. I also traded it at market open. It squeezed. It pushed down. I went short, I think 100 shares also. So compared to the last video where I was taking 200 shares at open, I took 100 shares to reduce risk, and then what I was going to do, I was going to scale in and add more shares after the price action moved my way. So IQ gave us a push down, and I can't remember whether or not I got in while this push was happening, but the price action closed in this minute right here and open right here. So the price action, I'm guessing, pushed down a little bit before it finally squeezed back up. But I got in at 30.71 and I stopped out at 30.95. So I lost 24 cents on that plus commissions. So I'm already down 55 bucks within the first 10 minutes. So price action did sell off on IQ. I always tend to, anticipate these moves. I was looking for the previous day close. It got there on MU. I was also looking for previous day close on the 200 moving average. See, it kind of bounced off right here. It did make those moves, but I just didn't get it. I was in there too early. But I came and made a short on SQ after, I think I took it in the first 5 minutes. I think I went short. What did I go short on SQ? I actually stopped out on, oh wow. Okay, I went short 100 shares at 67.08 with an anticipation to add had we went back down, but I stopped out at 67.47. So I was down. I lost, let's see, I lost almost 40 cents on that. I lost 39 cents on that. So the move here was the moving average trend again, get the fade all the way down, which did end up happening. So I got back in with the perfect entry around. I think I took 200 shares at 67.06. Now the reason I took 200 shares instead of 100 shares versus the first time, the price action was already coming down. So it was making a, I don't know the proper strategy name for it, but it was making a bearish push to the downside, and my risk was basically everything down to the previous day close versus a break above the non-moving average. So that was definitely a 1 to probably, let's see, I was going to risk 67.07, 10 cents for 60 cents pretty much. So that's what I was risking. So we got the push down. I covered half, so I had 100 shares after this. I covered half at 66.86. and I covered another half at 66.54. Then I covered the rest of it at 66.85. So that was four trades. So that was about 20 bucks in commission. So I ended up making 17 bucks and 50 cents. After, of course, the previous loss that I had, and after that move. Then I wasn't watching SQ at the moment when this happened, but it had a nice little sell-off. It consolidated and it finally sold off again. I do trade this trade also. I think I was watching SFX while this was happening. So let's go to that SFIX. I waited till the first 5 minutes on this. The price action was choppy, and the spread was a little wild too. But after getting the close after the first 5 minutes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I waited for the close below the non-moving average. I went short 100 shares at 33. My risk to reward was above this, and I closed. Well, I took off half after the previous day closed at 32.16. So 32. Let's see. I got. Ooh, wow. I actually almost got a point out of that. So I covered another half after the price action began to push back up at 32.10, and I covered another. I guess the rest of it at 32.28. So I missed a nice cover point down here where I probably should have took some more off versus these two right here, but I did scale out on this trade also. Then I came back on SFIX with another short. Got a nice consolidation below the 9 moving average and closed at the 9 at the 9 and also the previous day close. As you can see right here, the price action started to come down, but I went short 200 shares here at 32.31. Again, my risk is above the 9 moving average, this purple line. And I also added another 200 shares at 32.03. Now, what I felt like I did wrong right here, my ad was very late because price action could easily squeezed up and I'd have been down probably, I don't know, probably almost 80 bucks on this trade because this entry was good, but this entry was very late. But price action eventually did sell off, and I covered half of the position at 31.83, so I had 200 shares left, and I covered the last another 100 shares at 31.91, and I covered the rest at 31.82. 31.82. So the price action did consolidate just like SQ did, consolidated against the 9 moving average, and they had another round of sell off. Very nice trade right here. Wasn't watching it. I mean, I think at this point I called it a day, but that's SFIX. If I could do that again, I would definitely add more. I will add to that position earlier, but the problem with that is that I kind of like to let my trades. When I do take an entry, I kind of like to wait at least a minute before I either add or take something off. But this one with this price action was kind of volatile. Like it would be like I think around here it was like 32.30 was the ask, but the bids were sitting at like 32.10. So the spread was about 20 cents, but that's why I took a smaller share size. But when I took the trade, the spread actually narrowed to about, I think it was like 7 or 8 cents. So when I went short, I just got a good entry at the 9 moving average. But Twitter also made some nice moves. I didn't catch Twitter. Twitter wasn't on my pre-market. See, pre-market was dead, and it had nice volatility at open, but you could have took Twitter at the open. The trades that I was trying to do on IQ and MU would have definitely worked here. Could have easily got in right here. Either of these took 100 shares and just rolled the momentum all the way down. Could have added more at one of the, if I had went short 100 shares here or even 100 shares here, I could have added more at one of these after the price action began to consolidate and just had my stop above the 9 moving average. So that's the idea that I was having with IQ and MU. It just didn't work out, but price action sold off nice. But today we ended up with a good day, plus 90 net P&L and plus 195 realized. So I'm gonna probably stick to what I know, which is the first 5 minutes. After the first 5 minutes, because that's when I tend to do my best. Because whenever I try to take trades at the market open, I'm just not. I mean, it's almost like a gamble almost. But that's why I took a smaller share size, even though I kind of had the right idea. It's just, I don't know. It just didn't work out because the price action could go either way. I mean, anything can happen even after the first 5 minutes. But yeah, I just didn't trade those well. But I'm not going to give up on the strategy. But I am going to continue to trade small. And if the price action goes in my way, then I'll double up and add more. Because I really don't want to hold those positions too long. Because those price actions could easily drop down in 1 minute and squeeze hard in the next minute from a choppy price action. But that's all I got for y'all today. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. And if y'all actually made any of these trades, let me know. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.